Oh, that light is mad annoying. Alright. This is like... this is kind of crazy. I mean, this is a message to the world. Like, everybody in the world. Just everybody. We need to just, like, chill out. I feel like I'm just seeing a lot of stuff, and maybe it's just because, like, I go on my Twitter and I see a bunch of, like, just negative stuff. Honestly, almost like, not almost, a lot of it was, like, brutal and, like, violent and vicious things. Men threatening rape, men stealing from women, men beating women, women lying on men. People beating each other up, people ganging up on someone. And to me, like, the source of that is letting your emotions win and getting the best of you, but bad emotions. The light bothers my eyes. I don't want to say I have a light sensitivity kind of thing because I don't want to make it permanent, but that's what's going on. And I'll put up with it for certain instances, but this thing is just beaming at me. Don't really matter what I look like either. This just matters the message. Yeah, like, for whatever reason, people are seeming to let their negative emotions get the best of them. And that's exactly what's happening. I want to make that very clear. I feel like maybe, looking for my fucking chapstick. And yeah, and I'm not perfect. Like, I'm definitely not saying that. But again, let's not focus so much on me. Hold on. Let's focus on the message that I'm saying right now. That God is saying through me. And hopefully I do my best to convey all that he wants to say. Or all that should be said. What's it called? Yeah, I feel like lately it's kind of bad things are kind of being glorified. You know, and I could just, like, I don't want to branch off too much, but no, I don't want to talk about that right now, but it's like seeming cool to do these things, these things that have been bad for a long time. And then, yeah, it goes into that whole thing of like, oh, well, what's right and what's wrong? You know, but I don't think that in any circumstance, beating, lying, cheating, stealing, killing, how could that possibly be right? Now, you may say that the person that is having it done to them is it's justified, or they deserve it, this payback or this revenge. Because I want to be very clear, that's not justice. That's revenge. That's... Man, my motherfucking... I really don't like to edit things. Not because of laziness, just because it's not real, but... Yeah, but that's not, like, I want to make very clear what justice is. I'm like hearing my S's and my C's and it's driving me crazy. It's my drive, man. That's like a con of recording, is like, well, I guess it's good you're perfecting your speech, but you just notice every little thing from recording music or whatever you're recording. Like justice, revenge, those are two completely separate, different things. To make it very point blank clear, revenge is of the devil, evil, and justice is of God, good. Really should be the other way around, good, God. Look, I know life is very hard. It can be very hard. It's also relative to how hard it is for each person I've seen. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure. Only they know. They could be lying and manipulating to make it easier for them. Who knows? There could be some cases where it really is true, so you can't really say because you don't have the definitive truth because you're not them. So you don't truly know unless God is speaking to you. And then even like from not even for me, but I find that very hard to be certain of things sometimes because I don't know which thought is which and, you know, that kind of thing. But honestly, it all just really comes back to the Bible. Like, and even if you want to go with the commandments, like, if everyone just lived by the commandments, it'd be a lot more peaceful. And I don't know if maybe some people think that's, like, unattainable or something. Like, now we could talk about me a little bit. Like, with lust is something that I choose. Like, I knowingly and willingly choose it. Now, have I actually done it? I mean, I've, like, flirted with it a little bit, but I haven't actually, like, crossed the line. Do I want to? Yeah, I do. Am I wrong for that? Yeah, I am. See, and that's something I respect about myself a little bit more than pretty much almost damn near everybody, because at least I could be honest about it and admit that I'm wrong too, and be honest about that. For whatever reason, people want to protect their pride or something like that and not admit that they're wrong because they don't want to feel so bad about themselves. But if you're feeling bad, it should at least be looked into. Could it be like a trick to make you feel bad about something you shouldn't feel bad about? Possibly. But it should still be looked into. And probably if you really do feel bad about it time and time and time and time and time again, there's some truth there, which means that you're in the wrong with something. Why when I gotta talk about something important, my mouth fucking goes dry, yeah? Like, I just cursed. Am I wrong? Yeah, I am. You think God curses? No. So, you know what I mean? It's like, look, can we be God? No. Are we made in the image and likeness of God? Yeah. Which even that kind of amazes me, but I mean, it's in the Bible, so I believe it. In the Bible, it's not just some book, it's the Word of God. You understand? God made this book. He's the author of this book. So that pretty much settles that. So you either believe in God or you don't. I think that's also a big problem, is the indecisiveness about that. Because if you believe in God, if you truly believe in God, then you're supposed to be doing your best to, in a way, trying to be like God. Which is the the best version of yourself, but not really, because we're made in the image and likeness of God, but we're not God, and we'll never be God, no matter how hard we're desperately trying to advance things and advance us. We will never be God. But it is for sure the righteous path to try and be like God. And like I said, God doesn't curse, so you shouldn't curse either. But I do curse. And I'll probably get it out of my system, to be honest. I don't really feel like it's truly who I am. I definitely think that there's some relatability going on with me. And yeah. But like I see a lot of people, a couple stores that I go to, people will just walk out with items and stuff like that. You're stealing. Now, is this whole thing kind of bullshit? It kind of is. Like this whole system, this whole money system, this whole thing, is it kind of bullshit? It kind of is. There really is some truth to that. There's no money in heaven. I'll tell you that. So this is a worldly, earthly thing. So therefore, it kind of means it is of the devil. I mean, if it ain't in heaven, you know what I mean? Do I think that it's humans trying to fight evil here? Like the whole system? I do. I hope. Right? I hope. If not, then the whole thing is fucked. Which could be true. It could be true. But I want to make very clear, like, war is not the answer. Although, I mean, I haven't personally looked into Armageddon. I haven't really looked into it. So I don't really want to speak on it. But I'll just say this, like, it says that Armageddon is in the Bible, which is basically the end of the world in some way, like the big war. So basically it's if that's true, then it is inevitable. The war is inevitable. And, well, it's just going to happen. Armageddon in the New Testament, place where the kings of the earth under demonic leadership will wage war on the forces of God at the end of history. Armageddon is mentioned in the Bible only once, in the Revelation to John or the Apocalypse of St. John. Place where the kings of the earth under demonic leadership will wage war on the forces of God at the end of history. I mean, you got to think that it's true, right? I can't look at that light. I'm sorry. You got to, it's in the fucking Bible. It's true. But, I mean, you would think, even if you don't believe in that, you would think it's true, right? You guys didn't get possessed, right? Come. Oh, big clumsy fuck can't get up, huh? I love you. You're so cute. So that's true. So it's inevitable. I mean, it's going to happen. So I feel like the system is really just built to, if you look at it like this, it's just delaying what's inevitable, which is the end. I'm going to go with for now that the system is good, because I just feel like that's a lot more peaceful And I don't, sometimes I do get very cynical, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know if it's cynical, but sometimes I do get like, well, let's just get it on. You know, let's just get the Armageddon on. But then I think of like literally seeing in the streets, like people just like going to fucking war. And I don't want that. That's not what I want. I mean, is that inevitable though? Good and evil? Because you would think that all the evil people would be with the kings of the earth under demonic leadership. So they would be... I mean, I want to make it very clear, if it is, I'm not worried about nothing or fearful of nothing, because I'm a child of God and the war is already won. So, but I don't want it to happen if it shouldn't happen. I don't want to like speed it up, right? I don't want to do anything or speak on anything to happen that I'm not supposed to. Like, that's my whole thing. And to me, that would be like people just not even knowing why they're fighting. They're just like fighting out of anger, and they're just, you know, this is like very clear that they're going to wage war on the forces of God. Like they're making the fucking go for it. Like that's, to me, what that is just people just, I hate my 9 to 5, you know, and they're just like going to work like that. That's not, there's no rhyme or reason for why they're doing that. They're just, in a way, just spreading evil. So I talked about a couple of things, but I just see like a lot of bad, and like, oh, about the stealing thing, about the, like, you're stealing, like, oh, and then I got into the whole system. That's why I got into that. Yeah, like this whole money thing, is it kind of fucking retarded? It kind of is. This whole money thing is kind of fucking retarded. I mean, it's like we have an agreement that we're all playing this game of money, and we're all just like willingly agreeing to play this game of money, and it really makes no fucking sense. But we're all just like kind of just like like those little toys that just take one step after the other. And no, I don't think rebelling and like war is the answer. That's why I got into that too. I don't think that's the answer. So what am I saying? Like, what I'm saying is money's really not necessary. It's really not. We're just choosing for it to be necessary. But the basic survivals go into like, okay, well, how would I get food? Well, everything will just remain the same. People just wouldn't get paid for what they're doing. Oh, well, why the fuck would I do that? Oh, I don't know. Do you want to live? do you want to live? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't, we'll all just like eventually fucking rot. So we need to have farmer. Like, but this is the whole thing, like, about people doing what their purpose is and being what they're called to do. Like, for the most part, I would think people are farmers because they feel like they're born to be farmers, and that's what they want to do. You hear people saying all the time, not all the time actually, but you hear people saying in the spotlight, if I wasn't getting paid for this, I'd still do this. That's your purpose. That's your calling. You don't need to be getting paid for it. The only reason why you're getting paid for it is because we choose to live in this system of money. Now, why do we choose to live? It is possible to live without money. Like I just said, everything would just continue. You just eliminate money. And what would happen would be lines. Like, oh, I want that car. Even though cars aren't necessary. Like, I want that Corvette. Oh, even though it's not necessary, it's still fine. If a person, his purpose is to build cars or wants to build cars or enjoys I would build a car. If I just had time to do it, I'd learn how to build a car and go through the trial and error and build a car. But if someone's really good at it and they've already done that and they just can like bang fucking cars out like that, then that's their purpose. That's their calling. And what would happen would be, if I want that Corvette, I would get in line. And I think you'd actually be surprised. You would think like, oh, well, just a bunch of people would just go for Bugattis. But this like whole thinking is just wrong. You know, like, why are you immediately going to like, well, I want the best car in the world? Do you not see the greed in that? Do you not see the problem in the fact that that's the first thing your mind would go to? And I know you're saying I just did that, but trust me, it's not. I think that happened because I'm speaking to a lot of people right now. That's another thing. Like, I think I don't even think I have a subscriber on the channel I'm gonna post this to, and who knows how many views this will get. I hope the whole world sees this. And why? See that, and like that's what I'm saying. Another thing, everybody just wants views, 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 but views for what? To grow you? Like, what the fuck you want views for? What do you want a bunch of people to view your shit? What do you want a bunch of money for? And I even hate even talking about that because it's not necessary. And I'll get into that further. But what do you want views for? Like, of course I want people to see this message because I feel like the reason why I put this on is I feel like, whoa, there needs to be some like positivity spread and like just right spread. What's right? I don't even want to talk about me much. I'll face all that when it's really going on. Yeah, but like for you to automatically start so this is what I'm saying. What's being pushed right now, and I just mean overall in general. I don't really care about who it is or that kind of thing. Although I do know who it. I mean, I don't know specifically who the people are, but they are entities of evil. If they are, think of it like this: Pornhub is a part of lust is an entity, right? Perhaps, probably, an evil entity, and Pornhub is like a major, let's call it, agent for that. So that would be like who they are in that category. A lot of people just throw that around like but they don't. Well, that's an example of who they would be. They are pushing lustful sex. I watch porn every day, so I'm not saying anything other than what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. Is that wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong for that. And again, I don't want to get too much into me, but the reason why I say that is because like maybe it'll help people like admit their wrongs. Because I'll be honest, I don't have that many. And, I'm definitely not putting myself above anybody. I don't care for any of that. But a lot of people have a lot. And just walk around and move as if they don't got any. And this is the whole thing. It's not about, that's fine. It's just about you and God, though. Because God knows every little single thing that's going on. God knows you more than you know you. So it's like you could act all good for everybody around, but you're not good with the only thing that matters, which is God. And I don't really like repeating much other stuff that I heard. Like, I just want to say, well, I just think, all right, people need to be a lot more conscious about what they're saying and what they're doing, because everything you say and everything you do affects the world. Now, again, it's always going to keep bringing it back to me because people just, for whatever reason, can't take the message. They have to, like, attack the person and find out if, for whatever weird reason. I never understood that. I mean, I always said this is, it's a quote I always say to myself: I'll take advice from an 8-year-old girl. Like, I don't care if I'm a 67-year-old man. I'll take advice from a fucking peon. Because if it's advice, it's advice. If it's true, it's true. It doesn't matter the vessel which it's being passed through. It just matters what the message is and how it can apply to you in your life and the world positively. Yeah, if I don't want to edit, I do need the topics to fall back on. I hate that shit. As if some silence is like the end of the fucking world. I feel like everybody's working on the wrong things, you know? If I don't keep eye contact with the camera, like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, you want to fucking stare into my eyes? You like my eyes? I'll send you a picture if you want. No, it gives them your full attention. Or it shows them that you're giving them your full attention. I just feel like people are focusing on the wrong things, man. And I think maybe it's an intellect game that the devil's playing. You gotta remember that the devil is, or was, one of the most powerful angels. Just power as a whole. Just the entity of power, just an overall being. So you're not gonna go against him by yourself. It's just not gonna happen. I mean, you won't win. But with God, it's not even a question. So I say that because if you think that you're gonna like fight these intellectual battles by yourself, you will lose. And it's a part of the whole thing. It's a part of the whole test. It's God wants you to rely on him. Jesus, man. This dry mouth syndrome is crazy. I don't know how the people be going like this. I exercise a lot, though. I do a lot, so. Need more water, I guess. I don't know. Maybe these motherfuckers are just bots. Maybe these motherfuckers is all puppets. I will be president of the United States. But there is some time. There's some time before that happens. So I just want to have this platform where I can always just talk. And look, hopefully I talk to the whole world, because in terms of RMJ talks, yo, my speech is bothering the fuck out of me. this channel really, RMJ Talks on YouTube, and RMJ Talks on YouTube really is just meant to just help, like just help the world, help people, point blank. All my other channels, they're in some ways completely, well, not really. I mean, they're to help as well, but they're entertainment. RMJ Talks is just straight up, yo, world needs to be a better place. So in terms of this channel, I have no self motive or there's nothing bad. I mean, I always check myself, but there's no bad intention. There's no I don't want 100 million subscribers to eventually, I want everyone to subscribe in the entire world. Or I didn't even need to just subscribe, but I want everyone to view my stuff. Because, I mean, hopefully is that I'm not portraying, but getting the message that I'm supposed to be getting across from God. And if that's a green light and a green check, then yeah, I want everyone to view it. So I just want to say that, I would just say it, my other things, I have plans for those other things. I'm not going to talk about it now, but they're not my plans, they're God's plans. God's plans. But look, the point of this was just go back to the roots. And if you don't know the roots, I'm kind of calling bullshit, I'm not gonna lie, but you may be in a different country and you never came across this. I don't know if it's a religion. I don't know if Christianity is the correct religion. My head is saying yeah. I know that the Bible is true. Well, I don't know. I believe. I believe the Bible is true, but therefore I do know. And I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus, and I know that they are real and true. No is tricky because no is of knowledge, and knowledge can be of the devil, whereas wisdom is of God. But if you believe it, you could say that you know it because your belief is that strong that you know it. Even though you can't physically see it, your belief is so strong that, nope, I still know it. However you want to look at it. But just go back to the roots of the Bible and the 10 Commandments. If you want to start with something light, start with the 10 Commandments. Do not steal, do not cheat, do not kill, do not covet, or that's cheap, but the commandments. Just go back to that, because the devil is basically trying to get you to break those commandments every second of the day. Now, it may not be that extreme for you, luckily for you, but that's what's going on. So, some motherfucking water bottle just farted. So, I didn't fart. If I did, I would just say it. I don't really care. Although I tend to be like a bitch with those kinds of things, and I kind of hold them in. I actually don't fart that much. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's causing these people to, but I don't know what's causing people to make these decisions, because I face a lot, and I don't do a lot of the things that I'm seeing. So, and I should, and I have those thoughts. I shouldn't say I should, but I could, and I have those thoughts, but I don't. So I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I mean, I have I guess the restraint, or Okay, so basically whenever a situation happens, maybe I'm exposing myself and the devil will find a new way to fuck with me, but that's life. I'll find a counter. God will provide a counter, bitch. If something happens, I just go within myself. I mean, I'm within myself the whole entire time. So, I don't know if you want to take it that extreme. Some people say don't. No, I do go without myself. So, all right. So, I go within myself, and it means I go in my head, and I'm like, I just start thinking. So, I guess that's what it is. And whereas I guess people are choosing their instinct, but that implies your instincts are bad, which may not be true. So they're just choosing that bad thought, to be honest. Because I have the bad thoughts in the moments too. We all do. But I seem to choose the good thought. And I do choose the good thought. Damn near all the time, pretty much besides lust. I don't know. In terms of like fighting in the street, the thing that always goes through my head is live by the sword, die by the sword. And yeah, then you have the thoughts that people will think you're a pussy, and people will think blank, right? Think whatever. But then I simply have the thought of, well, a man's or a woman's judgment of me like has zero weight at all. So it doesn't matter what they think. And it's really not judgment, it's more of an opinion, because judgment comes with the decision. A lot of people have that confused as well. A lot of people victim blame for like, you're judging me. No, judgment comes with a decision. Judgment, we talking about judgment? Yeah, judgment is you going to hell or heaven or purgatory. That's judgment. That's like a critique, a criticism, or an analyzation with a decision. That's judgment. A lot of people just have opinions of other people. They're not judging you. They can't. You just feel judged, maybe. But that doesn't even make sense. The wording is wrong on that too, because you can't feel judged because you don't feel like you're being decided on what's going to happen with you. That's not. So basically, so you feel labeled. That's probably what a better word for it is. Or I feel like there's a better word, but that's definitely a better word than judged. You're not being judged, you're being labeled. And maybe you feel like you're being falsely labeled, and that's, or characterizing, right? You're being characterized. And maybe you feel like you're being falsely characterized. You get what I'm getting at here, but it's not judgment. You're not being judged. Judge comes with a decision. So, yeah, and I simply have the thought that God is my only judge. Like, what this person thinks of me doesn't matter. And it's simply not true. If we were forced to go in a dark, cold room and say, one man leave this room, I'm leaving. Simply because I'm chosen by God. Like, you know how Mayweather goes 50-0? And like, why did the other boxers lose? Yeah, because he's chosen by God. Like, I was thinking maybe he's chosen by the devil, but I don't think so. I think he's chosen by God. I just think that he dibbles and dabbles in other sins and stuff like that, that it may make you think that maybe he's of evil, but I don't think he's of evil. I think he's of good, and I think he's of God. I think we all are. I think every human has good in them and is good. Now, are they currently choosing to be good? Maybe not. But, it doesn't say God created 5 different strains of humans. One good, one bad, one black, one white. It just says God created man. And from his rib, to all you prideful women out there, confidence is different from pride. Created a woman. Doesn't say black, white, Hispanic, evil, bad, good. Just says that. So all this stuff that's going on is the work of, I don't want to say the work of evil because it's like you're giving the power to them, but it's the work of people. We're choosing this shit. A lot of people act like they don't have a choice in what's going on. We have choice every single second of every single day. We have choice at every single smallest unit of measurement of time that there is. So all this stuff that's going on is choices that we're making, which means we have the choice to choose otherwise. And I understand what's going on with me is like, I'm going to be very careful because I understand that the words that I say would maybe cause people to think like, all right, let's rebel, let's riot, let's war. And that is never what I'm going to say. But I will say, if God says that war is the way to go, then I'm listening to God. But I don't think that that's the way to go. I just have thoughts of like, sometimes in the Bible, he does say, yo, take over that land. Or he does it himself, fucking rains fire. Do I believe that shit? Fuck yeah, I believe that shit. 100% I believe that. Do I think he was right? I don't question God. And you shouldn't either. Let's just put it like this. If he did it, no questions needed. It's God. I think he thought it out a little bit more than you. My booty itchy. I like this format, just getting what God wants me to get across. For the most part. I'm not going to say for the most part every single time, because the reason why I say it is because like I curse. I say a couple things I shouldn't say. It's not fully what God wants me to get through. I'm working on it, all right? Give me some time. But I like this versus like being so fast paced and like every 1.5 seconds I'm coming at you with a new thing and I'm conquering the world. I'm conquering the world. Can you change your vocabulary maybe? I'm helping the world. Does it have to be conquer? So everyone's just at your disposal to be conquered. Like, does it have to be so like power driven and so like go back in the day when this warrior conquered 15 million people. Is that good? I don't know. What about those 15 million people? For fuck's sake, like, what? Are they just solely evil, so it's okay? Women, children, men? Maybe they're just deceived by the devil. Maybe they're just fighting for their fucking country because that's just how their like programmed to be in some way. Oh, the price of war. Yeah, but we're choosing this. I mean, I'm not. But people are choosing this. So, don't have any nerve to complain about it if that's the choice that you're making. Also, don't choose it. So, a little summary. Can we like stop? Can we slow down? Get back to the roots, the good roots. Where we don't kill another human. No matter what. No matter what. Yeah, we're flawed by nature. Yeah. Bit the fruit. I don't know, can we rewrite the story though in meaning like in terms of us? Because would I bite the fruit? In that situation? No, I wouldn't have. Like the reason why I went like that is because I kind of, I guess, do maybe nibble on the fruit with the lust thing. If you look at it like that. But that's really just me being totally honest and maybe even hard on myself in some way. Because really the idea of the fruit was like the truth. Like you're almost like a god now. So would I have done that? No. I mean, if God told me not to, I mean, I don't want to hit a bitch, but I would have took the fruit right there and shoved that shit up her fucking ass on some funny shit. But to make it clear, no, I wouldn't have. So, but I don't know. Are you like in a fucking trance? I mean, I guess it like had to happen, right? Or else it wouldn't have happened. I don't know. How about trying not to though? You know? And then like glorifying it. That just makes it even worse. You do something bad, all right. Can we like be remorseful about it? Or I don't know if that's the right word, but can we be sorry about it? Can we not feel good about it? So when these things go on, when these situations present themselves, when these choices present themselves, when these situations present themselves with choices and different paths of choices, can we slow down and the choice that is of bad. And if you don't know what's good and bad, I mean, that's a serious problem. And maybe you need to just learn it. That's fine if you're young. But if you're old or older, I would say that you probably have just like kind of lost your way a little bit, right? Been through a lot. Maybe not even been through a lot, but you just lost your way a little bit. Then you know how to get back to your way. You should know how to get back to your way. That's not for me to do. And I would also have to understand each specific example. And for like kids, for me to teach them, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that right now. I'll say that. But you should have people in your life that are your kids. For the most part, kids usually have people that are teaching them stuff. Schools and families and just adults in general. I grew up in America, so I don't know how other countries are. To me, maybe other countries are a little bit more free. I don't know. I know there's definitely like some Middle Eastern countries that I see that are just totally different. You know, just totally different. So I guess they really do need to be taught those things, just of good and the straight commandments. But I don't know. You know, I see like, okay, so today I saw a video on Twitter of a guy that in Islam. I don't know if any of this is true either. I have to say that. I mean, it all kind of seemed real though. Married a 12-year-old girl. He was 36, and she didn't want to, or showed that she was like unhappy about it. So he went to grab his gun to shoot her. And this is like, it was a real video. I know that. And because I could tell the acting and shit, even if it's great acting. And the man that was trying to stop him from doing it said, don't shoot her, show her, but you could show her you're a man, rape her. You know, and okay, so I bring that up because that's bad. Does it mean is Islam as bad? Islam is bad? No, it doesn't. But the reason why I bring that up is I definitely don't think that you could just do that in America. There would definitely be some repercussions like immediately. And I don't know what happened about that situation within Islam. And if that's just allowed to happen, then that is a problem. And it's not about an American butting into another country's business. This is just about us humans. This is just about us as people, as children of God. We should and are supposed to be doing good and being good. By no means is killing and raping good. A 36 man marrying a 12-year-old girl is kind of crazy too. Although I'm not so caught up on the age, even though I know that seems a little crazy. I'm not. I'm more caught up if she want it or not. That's for me the first thing. And really want it, you know? But also, I do understand how that is such a young age that you don't know really what the fuck is, you know, up and going on. And I mean, you could change your mind tomorrow. So, but at the same time, that happens with 40-year-olds. So marriage is a tricky thing when you talk about that, because marriage is supposed to be of God. So if God is saying a 36 and a 12-year-old should get married, then no human has a right to question it. Now, I'm not saying God warranted this marriage, but I'm saying exactly what I'm saying. And that's another thing, like, you know, I have to explain myself that I don't mean the bad version of every sentence I say. How about us as humans start to think better? Where maybe For once, we assume the best in people. And we assume that people mean good. But I would say for now, not assume the worst, understand the worst, and expect the best. That's probably a good way to go about it for now. Hopefully we can get to a point where just everything's the best. I think that there's a little bit of beauty to take from everyone and everything. And I think that we need to stop being so tied into the belief of what divides us, meaning our countries and our races and our just anything that divides us. And we need to start looking at all of us as one human race. One human, race. I mean, people mistake that word for itself either. The race. It's like, I don't know, is that your skin color or is that your being? You know, is the lion race? The turtle race? The bunny race? You want to like be proud of your country or whatever. I mean, it's fine, but I just feel like the devil's using that against us in order to separate us. And obviously separation is not what is needed or right at any point. I mean, unless it's like time to chill out. But that's just a break. So, I don't know, just a summary of this message is to like start thinking good again, start being good. Maybe not even again, just start being good. Start doing good. Start talking good. Everybody. Try. Really do. I say try because again the lust goes to my head, but I'm choosing that. I know exactly what's going on. So there ain't no trying going on. I do good, except that. And again, I don't want to get too attached about me because it's not about me, especially this channel. This channel is not about me. This channel is about good. So that's my outro as a burp. I feel like that's it. My name, it doesn't matter. My eyes don't matter. All that matters is the message. I hope the whole world sees this. And that's it. Follow God. Listen to God. Obey God. Hear me out.